Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do before we get started. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section so you know how we do when your boy get down. Turn your post notification bell on so you know when we either go live or drop a new video. And since my channel has been dedicated to JB, boy, it's been a while since my channel is dedicated to JB. I guess we'll do another JB video here today on the channel. Because my partner, well, not my partner, one of my subscribers sent me this video last night. It says, Snacks, you got to watch this. This is super funny. JB is getting cooked. Tank rock JB's mic. And this is just 100% shows JB's a hater. And he don't like Prime simply because Prime got the job. And it is what it is. But let's jump into this. So let's see JB get cooked.
That was obviously a topic of discussion because they make it a topic of discussion. I just want to be clear. Like, we're not talking about fucking Indiana University or Akron or not even USC or UCLA because we don't see them this much. Now, listen, you can take it either way, whatever, each his own. I don't really mind it. I'm just saying, like, we show it so much because they show it so much. I mean, right? That's really what it comes down to. So, like,
once again, he crying about
take on this whole Colorado, Deion, filming everything, putting it out there.
This bling, the biggest hater.
Checking diamonds.
Just
they got
hater,
Jack
dog.
last year in L.A. They're doing it still. What do you think about it?
I mean, I really don't have a problem with the way that Deion. Listen, like, it's not conventional. It's not a team that I would definitely, I would be comfortable with if I were like, you know, an assistant coach to Deion, and this was the way that we were doing things. It's something that I have to get used to. But
JB's whole angle is to find somebody that agrees with him about why Deion has a job. And in this video, before it even goes any further, I'm going to let y'all know. JB is going to move the goalposts a bunch. I mean, a lot. It's going to start one way with this. Move after Tank cook him on every freaking subject. I mean, just let him have it. And then he just asked JB, why are you a hater? Is it because of Prime getting this job? Specifically, he asked him. But let's get back.
You know what? I don't know if it's a recruiting tool. You know, they showing up, showing what they got. You know, does that entice other players to want to come to Colorado? But I think in the social media
stop
world,
brushing your hair, dog.
You've got to be able to get people's attention if that's the business that you're in. And so I think that they're using that as, you know, waving their flag in Boulder and saying, you know, we're in the game as well on a national perspective, and you know how they're doing it is how they're doing it. You know,
100%, man. And like I said,
Get him,
numerous times, regardless if we like it or not, that's just a preference. That's just subjective, right? You like the cameras and all that stuff. At the end of the day, they got to go out there and play the game, and we will see how it translates. And I have not seen anything that tells me either A, they're going to be shitty, or B, they're going to ball out. Because there's nothing. Everything they're showing is stuff that happens in every other locker room. We're seeing it. We're seeing Deion complain or yell at the players for not cleaning the locker room. How many of us have been in dirty locker rooms before and had that same type of conversation? These are regular things that happen, but we're seeing it. So we're as fans, or whatever you want to call it, analysts are blowing it out of proportion. Where if we weren't seeing it, we just would know, and it would mean nothing. So that doesn't change that doesn't change the outcome of what the season will be, is what I'm saying.
I think
JB disgusted because won't nobody agree with him. There's nothing to agree on. The simple fact that you's a hater is what we agree on. Everybody agrees on that point because there's nothing else for you to cry about. But you a hater. And Tank get ready to cook it. And God dog it, that's my phone. That EPMD always going on. But y'all young folks, y'all don't know nothing about that EPMD. You know, y'all like that newfangled stuff. But that's me. But let's get back into this. And y'all see this mess behind me a little bit. Don't worry about it. I'm changing my game room around. I'm moving some of these old games out, putting them in my downstairs place. And I got some new games that I got coming in. So I gotta rearrange all these damn video games I got throughout my house. And I'm gonna take these 2 pinball machines I got over here out, put them in the main seating area, and I got 2 more I got coming in. I'm gonna replace them, put them in there. But anyway, y'all don't care nothing about that. It's just me having fun at home.
I think Deion is I think he's attempting to try to show a little bit of balance, right? I think where, they've kind of got, the bling bling, they've got all that going on, but I think he's trying to show whether it be parents, recruits, or just the public at large that like he is holding them accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's not all just
look at that face, man. Look at JB face.
Lessons being taught here, and I think this is his attempt to kind of show people like, yo, it's not all good over here. I'm trying to hold these kids to a certain standard. So I think that's Deion's way of showing that. So, good on him.
Yeah.
Here we go.
See, my thing is like this
go.
game, as you know, Tank, will eat you, swallow you, spit you out. And I just don't think there's any humility being shown. And I just don't understand that coming from a guy like Prime, who came from the mud himself, who's developed and created this platform for his own children, which you have to commend, and we love seeing. I just don't see why he don't understand that concept. He knows where we spit you up, eat you, and spit you out. I'm trying to figure out why his kids don't realize that yet. Like, I just don't understand. Like, last year was pretty damn bad. And I know it's year 1.
Now, this is how the conversation starts. See how we start with, I don't see why the kids don't understand. This is where we start off at. Watch where we go to.
Good. I just like, how about let's get good first, then floss, then talk shit, then get everybody to come at us because we're winners. I just don't understand. I just think Sean King has been on this show every Thursday. He kind of said, I want to get your take. He's saying that he thinks that Deion, from everything he's done, is built a lateral program instead of a vertical one, meaning he's just getting mercenaries to come in one year, hitter quitters to protect his kids and Hunter.
Nope.
And then he's out. His daughter just entered the transfer portal yesterday.
Now see, that goes to show you neither him nor Sean King knows what the hell they're talking about. He's not building the program laterally. He's not just building the program this way. He's building a vertical program. He's building it from the ground up. He's just not getting as many high school kids as y'all think he should get. But what he's getting are sophomores and juniors with still 2 to 3 years left to play. That's out of that freshman season, already conditioned into college football, have played a year or practiced a year in college football, transferred to Colorado, well-groomed. Now you just put your thing on it and let's go get it. But mercenaries.
Left Colorado, could be a telltale sign, and his 2 kids are probably leaving after this year. Is this a vertical? Because you're not recruiting high school. He ain't recruiting no high school kids. And
so that would make it a vertical program if he was recruiting high school players?
Yeah, because I think
kind of like developing from freshmen on the way through, that's vertical, and getting guys in the transfer portal.
12 high school kids.
Yeah, well, it's not even only transfer portal. It's semester kids he's getting. Like, he's getting kids in the semester time. He's not even getting them like in January all the way through the season. He's getting kids that coming up in May. Portal.
That's so wrong. See, that's when you tell something, tell the whole story. That is so wrong. All the transfers transferred in December, January. You got 3 to 4 kids that are finishing school that are seniors and are going to graduate from their school and then come in the summertime. But all of your transfers are in now. So what the hell are you talking about? See, this is what I'm talking about when I say if you're going to report on something, report it properly. See, JB tries to spin it the way he wants to spin it. So other people can try to buy into the fact that I'm telling you he ain't building the program right. But when you telling false truths or half truths, it don't work that way. But let's get back, dog.
Opens back up in May. So people are talking about the Pac-12 to the Big 12 is going to be easy and all this. I don't see it because the schools that have been building vertically tank like Baylor, TCU, Oklahoma State, who struggled last year, Nebraska, they're building vertical because they want to be there for long term.
Colorado.
Sean's point is this guy, Deion's building it lateral because he knows it's a quick fix. And at the end of the day, the future of that university is what I'm discussing. Like, it's going to be.
See, now we move to the future of the university. This cat
just were to walk up and bounce.
Here we go, moving the goal.
And I'm just like, lateral programs don't really teach tough skin, don't really teach how to fucking get through a lot of different things. And if that's the case, cool. If we're in a pay-for-play era, which we are, I think you agree, we're in a pay-to-play. It's not an NIL deal because that's not what this really was intended to do. We're in a pay-for-play. The Oregon State running back yesterday transferred after they gave him $400,000 to play.
Wrong. Stop spinning shit your way. Stop it. He would have gotten $400,000 if he would have stayed. They didn't give him $400,000, and then he said, I'm not staying here. Wrong. If you gonna do this shit, do it right. Stop spinning the bullshit. Stop spinning the narrative. Stop telling the story your way. Tell the story. Tell what happened. Tell the freaking truth, dog. Quit trying to slant it. Quit changing the narrative. Stop it. This dude, see? And he wonder why people talk shit. And then when he talking shit, he get mad when somebody else jump in the mic.
And it wasn't enough. That's pay for play, dog. I'm sorry. I mean,
see this lie, dog?
So, not mad at it. I'm just saying, is this the most conducive way to build a program? I don't know if you're building a program. I think you're just building a quick fix, putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound.
Well, I mean, I truly believe that that's the landscape that we're in. You got to be able to. You've got to be able to build a team that can compete. If you're on the 3-4 year development plan, while everybody else, as you call it, getting hired mercenaries, then you're gonna struggle. I personally believe in vertical and developing players, but I mean, this is a new tool. You know, it's no different than video games, right? Are you gonna run around with the handgun when motherfuckers is bringing in planes over you and shooting you with all type of shit? It's like, nah, I'm gonna try to go and grab some of them bombs and see if they work, right? Like, having those bombs doesn't always equate to wins, but I guarantee you, if you have somebody that knows how to manage that, it'll give you a chance. I think there's got to be a mixture of both. But right now, with the year that he had last year, there's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a hot seat, but there's going to be all eyes in Boulder, Colorado to see the progress of the program, the boosters, the people who are letting him use that jet every time he wants to go out, back down to Dallas and move around and doesn't want to go through the airport. All those people are tallying shit up. Okay, now let's see how this equates to wins. And so there's a lot of pressure on Deion and all those guys to win.
Damn right.
Because if they don't, they're going to have egg on their face. But you know what? If you invest your heart and soul into the off season, I feel like everybody has egg on their face if they lose games. It's like, fuck, I put in all this work and it turned out to be nothing. So, I don't think it's any different. I just think it's more visible.
But also the good thing for him, at least, is that Colorado was so bad before he got. They won one game before he got there. Tank.
Tell him,
so
Smitty.
So if he wins 7 games this year, 7-5, that's
Get
a cool
him.
season in general. But for them, that's a win. That
But
means that he's improving every year. You went from one game before you got there to 4-8 last year to 7-5. So as long as they're trending upwards, I think he's going to be good to go. So, like, the bar isn't set super high. It's not like he's taking over Alabama where he has to go undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So, the bar is a little lower, and they have a favorable schedule as well.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, JB, I think you got to realize this.
Oh, here we go. Let's go, Tank.
If you look at
Let's
Deion
go,
and
Tank.
the type of player he was, I mean, he was a one-of-one truly, right? He's that guy that probably didn't come to OTAs in the offseason. He's the
And what I like about Tank and this conversation, it's really a good conversation to have. And I think with it coming from Tank, JB understands it a little bit more. He's still not going to admit he's a hater, but he admitted it right here in this episode. He admitted to being a hater because Tank straight up asked him, what is it? But we gonna get there. But this was one of the better explanations JB has had without it turning into a blow up. Cause Matt got in that ass the other day. They sent me that one. I didn't make a video on that one because Matt cleaned house and let him know what time it was. Just stop the fucking hate, dog. But let's get back. Tank with the explanation.
The guy that showed up on day one better than everybody. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at like his personality and his makeup, his team is gonna reflect that just a little bit, right? They're gonna be kind of an image of him. Right. And so if he's trying to put like the good values around it, but Deion has always been that supreme talent. And when you got supreme talent, sometimes you just don't go through the same pathways as everybody else, and that's just how it goes.
Hey, I have no issue. I hope he has success. Contrary to everyone out there's belief that thinks I'm hating. No, I'm not hating.
Oh yeah, you hate.
What I do say is, which has been proven to be fact.
So if it's not hating, what do you call it? Because I think,
here we go. I think, let's go, Tank.
I personally think that. Do you feel like you should be a head coach? Do you feel like
let's go, Tank.
You're getting overlooked to be a head coach? Because I mean, shit, you could nitpick every program.
Now, watch JB's face and listen to his answer, because he wasn't expecting nobody to ever ask him this question ever in life, and he didn't know what to do. For a minute, he was stumped, just dumbfounded. But let's go.
That's what. Yeah, that's not the. That's
say
not
it.
Yeah.
Say it.
Blackballed. It's not even.
No, you didn't answer the question.
About it if
does that make you a hater?
Yeah, it make him a hater.
Make me a hater that I'm blackballed?
Yeah,
no.
I mean, you're watching. I mean, you always talk about people having credentials to earn the ability to be a head coach.
No.
Do you
Watch
think you
Smitty.
got the credentials to
Smitty.
walk into a Power 5 thing right now and win?
I don't have the credentials that I haven't coached Power 5.
Correct.
So then what?
Let's go, Tank.
Gives you the right to criticize someone for doing it the way that they want to do it?
Oh,
what
you did it the way that you wanted to do it.
Coach.
You did it your way, and everybody had an opinion on how you did your coaching, right? And it wasn't conventional, but it worked for you. And what did you say about people who said something about you? You were like, they don't get it, they don't understand. Right. So why can't Deion be afforded that same latitude?
He can be afforded, but give me the reason why he was afforded it. Tell me what his credentials are to be a Power 5 head coach.
Credentials? Hall of Fame jacket, coach at youth level, coach at high school level, coach at college level, then moved on to another Power 5 job. Those sound like credentials to me. That sounds like the job that every other coach does to get to a big-time job. They start at the youth level, move to the high school, start at the lower college level, move up to Power 5, to D1. That's the way it works. So, credentials.
He's done the work every day. He's done the work.
Get him, Tank.
Jackson. He was at Trinity.
Let's go, Tank.
College. I mean, listen. It's like this.
That's how he got there, though.
The good players.
There you go, moving the goalpost.
That I can't argue that I'm not Vince Wilfork, right? I've got to be Tank Johnson. And Deion Sanders, he coached at the high school level. He's coached at the HBCU level, and so somebody gave him the job contract to go and coach. That says that has the credentials. That's why he's got the credentials, because somebody put the contract in front of him and said, "Come make my program better," and he did. So if
tell him, Smitty,
if it's not good enough for your standard, then I mean that to me that's hate.
Yeah, I think that's totally false. What you just said. That's between us. I think that's wrong.
How in the hell is that false? He just told you how the man got where he got. What's false about that? What's false about anything that he just said? JB's just a hater, dog. Just admit you a hater, and you mad that Prime getting all this shine and doing his thing, and you tried it and you fucked it up. Say that. That's what you should say. I had mine. I had my shine. I tried to do it my way. They didn't like it, so they kicked me out. But now I'm blackballed. Blackballed why? Of your own volition, of your own doing. Your fault. So you want to be mad at Prime for having all this celebrity and having all this shine, but
wrong. He has not earned anything at the coaching level. He is a figurehead in the playing level. He is the greatest of all
them
time.
Goalposts.
But how do you know that though?
What do you mean? We know he's the greatest player.
20 years.
We know he's the greatest player, though, right? We agree he's the greatest player.
I'm not talking about playing. I'm talking about Deion has been coaching for 20 years. He's been coaching.
Not as a head coach.
First, who comes in as a head coach for 20 years? They got to be.
What the hell being a head coach got to do with anything? He's a coach. Did you start out as a head coach? No. You probably started out as a position coach, linebacker coach, somebody position coach, and moved up to an OC or a DC. Then moved up to a head coach. Same thing. Prime did it. He was an OC DC in high school. He moved up in college because he Prime. He can do that. You ain't got that kind of clout.
Be a position coach, a coordinator, and he's done all of those things. And so now he's got his opportunity to coach at Colorado. And listen, his personality is being reflected in his team. And I just don't understand why. Like, look, I don't agree with all the bullshit and I just don't agree with it. But I also didn't agree with guys missing OTAs. But if they came the first day and balled out, what can you say? You can't say nothing. So
the bottom line is we've seen this story. We've seen great players and they're absolutely horrific coaches. And they get pushed up. They get pushed to this spot because their playing ability or nepotism or who they knew. They didn't earn the right. Deion Sanders, dog, I've been knowing him for 20 years.
Nepotism is just like putting your family on. So Deion, it's nothing about nepotism that he got the job. Him bringing his family, that's nepotism.
Yeah, I'm not tripping on that. You should bring your family. I've known him for 20 years coaching. He was a 7-on-7 trainer, coach, had his own thing going in Dallas, and he was an OC for his kids, not the head coach. He was OC at the youth level, and then he started a charter school that whatever happened there. And then he went on and got the Jackson State job because he finally threw his name in the hat because he's Deion Sanders. He had no credentials above Me,
you just gave him his
1,000
credentials.
coaches I know that are more qualified to coach.
Here we go,
But he got
moving the
there and he did the
goalposts.
job at a high level, though. So
Get him,
whether he had
Smitty.
it or not, it works.
I got a close homeboy that we all know. Tank probably knows really well too. Eddie George is my homie. He calls me
Lord, there
to
you go
talk to
lying
his staff
again.
all
My
the
homie.
time. He'll tell you he got the job because of his name. He never coached in his life, homie. And he coached in
your
place
point.
has been doing well.
Get him,
That's
Tank.
why we put in the hard work to get something
Get
because
him.
of our name. So like time out. Like if you get an opportunity because they know you're JB, you got an opportunity because
JB's
of your
an
name.
idiot.
His name has a very pristine, clean image, especially
Get him.
coming out of Dallas. He's a Hall of Famer. He's played for 2 historic franchises.
Get
That's
him.
exactly what you want your name to do.
Get
is to
him.
Jump you ahead of all these other people, and that's credentials.
Get him.
Just like anybody else. If Brett Favre wanted to come and be a coach, I
Get him.
guarantee you they wouldn't have him as a quarterback's coach. They
Get
could
him.
Brett Favre right up to the head coach, and that's what you want.
Let
out
him
of
cook.
your name, image, and likeness.
Let him cook.
But that a name isn't credentials.
It is credentials because you've earned the things behind your name. The
Cook.
things behind your name is not hollow. When you got a gold jacket, when you coached on several
him
levels, like
Let
that's
him
not a
cook.
hollow resume. His resume, yeah, does he have a
Gold.
championship? No, but what he has, he's done the work. He was a player.
Yes.
He's coached on different levels.
Yes.
And because of his name, he's got an opportunity.
Yes.
That is not a hollow resume. That's
Get
how
him.
it's supposed to work.
Get
Just like
him.
I'm Tank Johnson.
Get
I
him.
go and say, yo, I want to go and be a D-line coach.
Get
for
him.
Some grad assistant who was a backup D tackle for
Cook
some
him.
school. They're gonna move me in front of him.
Let
because
him
I'm
cook.
Tank Johnson. And
Get
if
him.
you can't appreciate that, then you don't understand what it means to be a ex-pro player. I know that you weren't an ex-pro, but that's what
We
get.
want an ex-pro.
When
Oh,
you're
my.
an ex-player,
You have no
that's what we
skills.
get. We get pushed to the front over the guys who
Cook.
probably serve more coffee. Who knows? But that's what it comes.
Somebody come get Tank apron because he cooking right now. He cooking. Somebody come get this stuff out the oven because it's hot. Tank light him up. And he don't know what to do now. He really don't know what to do. Watch this. Let's go.
We're talking the same thing, but the problem is when you coach,
You're not talking
like
the
I
same
did,
thing.
Then you see that people get leaped over for some cat that.
Hold on. See, that's the problem. You see what he said right there? When you coach like I did, okay, you ain't the only one that coached. See, JB think he's more than what he is or what his resume says he is. See, your resume, which are your credentials, say that you are a junior college coach. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Prime's resume say he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a Hall of Famer, a Pro Bowler, youth league coach, high school coach, 7-on-7 coach, college coach, now D1 head coach. See, that's a resume. Plus all the TV executive shit he done. That's a resume. Now compare the two and see who's going to get the job.
Played with a name who's an absolute horrific coach. Ask Mike Singletary. Ask all the great players who have
Are you
literally.
saying Mike Singletary was a horrific coach, or there was a horrific coach that replaced him?
No, he was a great. I said a Hall of Fame player who has leaped over some coach that had an opportunity to be the coach because of the name Mike Singletary possesses. He goes into the 49ers, and we know that was a debacle.
And your point?
Well, guess what? But listen, the
Get
outcome
him.
doesn't matter. What matters is
Get
that's
him.
how the pipeline works when you have played the game.
Get
You
him.
know, it's no different. If you walk up to a high school football field right
Let
now,
him cook.
they're gonna say, "Hey, JB, tell this quarterback how to throw the ball."
Get him.
Because you coached at a junior college level.
Get him.
Because of your name, they're gonna say, "Hey, JB, you know more than this little slappy that I got." So I think you're just.
It ain't even about JUCO. It's coaching for 20 plus years.
No, it's about JUCO.
These cats ain't never coached ever. Huh?
I said that's why it comes off as
Prime ain't coach ever.
If it's celebrity. Like we know what celebrity does.
Oh, here we go.
Whether the outcome is good or bad, it doesn't matter. It might change.
Let's keep it all the way funky.
All the way funky.
Your kid get coached by a celebrity over
Let's keep
a
it funky,
coach.
But hold on, real quick. I don't want to get too far.
We're skipping over coaches that are qualified because you have a celebrity status.
But let's keep the focus on Deion. No, Deion has celebrity.
Fucked up.
Deion has celebrity status and he coached.
So he hate that.
Yeah.
He hasn't coached, homie. He hasn't been a head coach at.
This dude is an idiot. Y'all see what I be talking about? Idiot. Now you saying he hasn't coached. He has coached. He's coached. You saw him coach. You seen it. You said you saw him coach for 20 years. So he ain't coached. Which one is it? Which side of the post you gonna lean on today? Either you seen him coach or you haven't seen him coach. Pick one. Pick one. This one or this one. But pick one. Because you ain't seen him coach, but you seen him coach. You called out where he coached at, what he did as a coach, which position coaches he was, but he ain't coached. Told y'all, JB a hater, dog. No more, no less. Hater. And this video long as shit, but we gonna do it all the way, even if it's an hour.
At a big time program, Smitty. You keep missing over the hop. You keep hopping over the fucking discussion. He hasn't been a head coach before this.
How do you earn it?
He coached at the HBCU for 2 years, Smitty,
That's
and
coaching.
got absolutely blown out in the biggest game.
But
think about the turnaround. See there? He left all the other shit out. He got blown out at the biggest game. Yeah, he lost in the bowl game. But did he have an undefeated season? Did he have 2 winning seasons at Jackson? Was the program not good before he got there? Did he turn the program around? See, your biggest thing is that you turned the program around when you was in Kansas. You had a bad year when you first got there. Then you had that championship year on your second year. Then you suck your third year. So what? What's your point? Let's go.
You can't just say that though, JB. That's what I'm saying. Like what were their record for those two? No, what were their record for those?
Get him, Smitty.
What were their record for those 2 years that he was there? And what was the record before he got there, JB?
What's my point about the celebrity status, dog? Listen, we're saying the same shit. I have no issue on who took the job. I'm saying the
you do got an issue with who took the job. You got an issue because Prime took the job.
Path on why that
Colorado
made the money they made last year.
Now it's about the money.
Let's be real. The field lacked. The wins lacked.
About the money.
The money is bigger than ever. It's because of who Prime is. Who was on the sideline at Colorado during those games? All the celebrities, the rappers, the players. Because of who Prime is.
Now you hate on that.
It's not because he's a coach and winning. It's because it's a celebrity.
JB, those celebrities came
to
support Deion Sanders because of his name that he holds in our community. And not only that, he's upheld his name. Not only it's not just a name, he's done the work when nobody was looking. There was not a million eyes on Trinity Christian. It was him doing the work,
let him cook,
getting the opportunity because of what he did and his name. So I just
let him cook.
It really doesn't really matter, JB, because what really matters is he's there now. His team is a reflection of him. And you know what? If that's something that you want to choose to nitpick every day, then go ahead, I guess.
But that's what I mean, JB. We always argue.
It ain't nitpicking. I just want to keep it 100.
It's hating. It's hating.
It's hating, dog.
Eddie George getting fucking the same love. He's a fucking Eddie George ain't Deion. That took an HBCU program.
Eddie George ain't Deion. He doesn't got Deion's personality.
Get him.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point, though. Like, these cats haven't coached. They've jumped.
JB, You hater, dog. You just a hater. Just say it. Just say you don't like that Deion got the job, and I hate it. That he getting all this shine, I hate it. But he had that shine before he became a coach. You got to remember that. That shine just came with him. That fan base just came with him because Deion has built that over the years. He was still relevant when he retired, just like Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan showed up, wherever Michael Jordan show up at and say, I'm going to be here, y'all come out, guess what? Sold out. We all there. Don't hate, dog. Stop hating.
Over a quality dude.
Where does Eddie George coach at?
Tennessee State.
Tennessee State.
Exactly.
I get it.
I'm just saying. I'm not. It's not to me. It's not hate when you're in the profession. When you see coaches,
it's hate
leaped over for
it's
celebrity
hate.
status.
A lot of y'all coaches hate.
When I know that there's coaches out there
that
that
the issue with Deion is that he leapt over some more.
Here we go again.
Is that
Get
your
him,
issue
Tank.
with Deion?
Get him.
No, I don't have
Tank.
an issue. I don't really care. This is nepotism.
You do care.
I'm not tripping on who gets
You
the
care
job.
because you do this
my
every
whole point is
freaking
just
day.
The difference between a celebrity getting the job and an actual qualified coach that actually can help youngsters become better football players. I'm not saying Deion's not making
dude
a
a
better
hater,
man.
dog.
He
All
probably
I gotta
is.
say is, how do you get to gauge who's
Uh-oh,
qualified?
get him.
How are you?
Get him.
How are you, a junior college coach?
Hands on.
You're a junior college coach at your highest.
Get him.
How do you get to say who
Get
is
him.
qualified to be a coach on
Get
the
him.
Power 5 level?
Get him.
So
You don't have the credentials to say anything to Deion Sanders, bro.
Get
you
him.
don't think that you don't think blackballed is a real thing in this? You know better than anybody. Do you don't think blackball matters? Counts?
Listen,
Get
You
him.
don't think I've been looked over as a
You're not-
D1 coach?
You're
Go,
not even
Tank.
blackballed in his same arena.
Go Tank.
You're
Tank.
not even in that arena, man.
Go
He got
Tank.
to that
Cookies.
arena, Tank, because of his name, not credentials. Let's keep it real.
But that's
Let him
again,
cook.
that's-
Let him cook.
I didn't get out of JUCO. That's why I couldn't leave JUCO. I was
That's
blackballed.
you-
You know how many
that's
D1
you-
job
Let
offers I
him
had when I was
cook.
younger?
Because you know what? That's you saying that. But guess what? Somebody else said different.
Get him.
And the person that matters, who writes the checks,
Get
said
him.
different.
That
And
doesn't mean it's
and
correct.
that person matters.
Get
that
him.
person
It's
matters.
correct.
Get him.
Sending 28 dudes to the league and
You
300
ain't sent
Division
nobody
I,
to the
it don't
league,
matter what
dog.
level you coach
You
at,
sent them
dog.
to
You literally
D1.
coach at every level.
You did not send them to the league. They
Get
didn't
him.
go to the league from junior college. They
Get
went on
him.
to a Power 5 program
Get
and
him.
got even more development. So yeah,
Get him.
you coached them along the way, just
Get
like
him.
I coached Cam Jordan and Pop Warner. But
Get
I can't
him.
say I sent Cam to the league because
Let's
he was
get
on my-
it.
he was
Let
my
him
little
cook.
nose guard.
Let him
I
cook.
think that's disingenuous as well. I think you've got a
I think
relationship.
it's a lack of experience
Let
that you're
him
coming
cook.
from with your discussion. And
How you
this is
lack
not
of
fact.
experience, really?
A lot of experience in the arena of football.
Yeah, but you're missing the fact. Jermaine
This dude, man. You getting ate up on your own show, dog. This man is bouncing your head off the wall like a basketball. And you trying to tell him he wrong when he's 100% correct. You sent nobody to the league. You sent him back to a D1 school where they did a year, 2 years, and then went to the league. You helped along the way. Just like their high school coaches helped them along the way. Cam Newton's D1 coach, where he spent the year, won a national title in D1, can't say, I sent Cam Newton to the league. Because you didn't do that. Cam Newton went to Auburn, balled out, and went to the league. He didn't leave this JUCO here in Texas and go to the league. He went to Auburn and then went to the league. All the JUCO players go back to D1 or go to D1 and then go to the league. You sent nobody nowhere but to a D1 school.
Johnson don't go to Division I, homie, without me. So where are you skipping a whole 2 years time frame is where you are incorrect and inexperienced.
They might
get him.
Homie, I save these dudes' lives. They don't go
Get
D1
him.
without me, dog.
You were a part of their journey, JB.
Get
They
him.
do go D1 without you.
Get
If
him.
he would have went to another JUCO,
school.
JB, if he would have went to another JUCO, he would have still went to Power 5 and still went pro.
No, he's not. No, he wouldn't have, homie.
How you know?
This is your face. How you knowing? You are showing a lack of experience in this discussion.
No,
and I'm telling you why.
No, JB, no, because there's a million junior. Just
JB's
because
an idiot,
he
dog.
chose yours and went to your school. What I'm saying is, had he gone to another junior college,
JB's an
he would have
idiot.
still gone D1. He would have still
he wouldn't have.
NFL.
No, he wouldn't
JB's
have,
an
dog.
idiot,
See,
dog.
I'm telling you, homie. You're all
so
talking to me in my wheelhouse and telling me.
You're telling me that
JB's
about my
an idiot,
wheelhouse,
dog.
just like if I told you about yours, you would correct me.
Wait, so you're telling me
JB's an idiot.
If it weren't for you, then all those kids would have never gone on to play in the NFL?
Not all. Don't move the goal. Not all.
Nobody's moving the goalpost.
What I'm saying is, let me give you. Can I give you the example, and then you
Oh, here we go with the
reiterate your point.
stupidity.
Jermaine Johnson goes to Garden City. He fails. He does not graduate from Garden City. His GPA would have been too low, and he doesn't make it. I've had thousands of those kids.
Wait, is that a hypothetical, or did that really happen?
No. I'm just using his name, but this really happened. This happens with everybody. He did not qualify to high school. He didn't have a GPA. So I've had hundreds of kids, ask Tank Dell, who's now at the Texans, who have gone to another JUCO or was recruited by another JUCO who literally would not have gotten them through the educational process because they would have been too nice, kissed his ass, and whispered sweet nothings. They don't go D1 thing.
Is that your
They don't go D1.
So what about all these JUCO kids that's coming out of JUCO and going to the league now, and JB ain't coaching? What about those kids? I guess he had something to do with that too, huh? Oh, okay. I don't hear nothing back. I'm just wondering now. But let's get back into this mess.
D1 Tank. They don't make it D1 because they don't get out of the JUCO. I take them. I take them. You know, it's fact, homie. I've taken JUCO kids from other schools and graduated them.
Time out. You just said that if he went to another junior college, they would have kissed his ass, been too nice to him, and he would have never made it. Time out. That did not.
Let him cook.
That is a hypothetical
Let
situation.
him cook. Get him.
You don't have all those guys didn't.
I'm using his name.
At another place
Get
and
him.
then come to your school and then you magically
I'm using his name. I'm not. This is facts. I'm just using one person's name that
it's not
taken
fact,
these kids
dog.
from JUCOs that were failing and brought them to my school to get them through the process. And then I sent them D1. If they wouldn't have came to me, fact, they would never have left the other JUCO. They would have never went D1. Fact. I don't understand how you're telling me otherwise.
How you know
it's fact. It's on record. I have proof.
I'm telling you otherwise because I was an athlete and I was a talent. And whether I went to Ohio State or Washington, I'm going to the NFL because of my talent.
Get him.
You know, different environments can create different challenges. Absolutely. 100%. And a coach like you with a certain mindset is maybe a more favorable for players getting through. I truly believe that. But I also know, just like I told you
only
on here
because of him
a few months ago, there's a lot of lousy coaches in the NFL who do not develop talent, but they've got all pro on their resume. I coached this guy. He was all pro. You did not fucking even develop this cat. He came to you ready made. And so that's a coaching perk that you get to say, oh, he passed by me. That was me. I got him to the league. Yes, sir. Hey, that's a benefit of being a coach. But I'm telling you, like I told you before, these cats come in ready to go. All these coaches have to
JB
do
is a hater.
make sure you know the defense.
I ain't gonna
you know
say
the
it no
play,
more. JB a hater. I'm gonna say it again.
You need somebody to talk to. Hey, come holler at me.
I've never had a ready-made kid come to me unless he was a Power 5 kid transferring down.
I was gonna say, Tank, the one thing I would disagree with you on though is the difference in what you're saying is so the example you just used was from the pro level, which I can speak on that, and I get that because these guys are already getting paid to big number pro.
It was just
at the right. But the college level, high school level, of course, though that is when you get that is the moment when you do need a coach to develop. I still to this day talk to my high school D-line coach to this day, and I'd say that he helped change my life. Without him, I don't get the scholarship to go D1 and that led to this and the third. So like, I don't want to. I'm with you on like a lot of what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't want to discredit whether it's JB or whoever the JUCO coach is, whatever coaches, and make it seem like they don't play a role in progressing those players to the next level in some way. That's all.
Listen, again,
the
NFL was just an example. My coach, Randy Clark, was on my head every day. Right. And he made sure that I got the most out of my potential, and I greatly benefited from that. Right? I greatly
JB got heartburn or something over there.
Come in with me and get kicked out for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is
got the hiccups or something.
If these kids would have went somewhere else, and they would have, they would have went to Power 5 and gone on. It wasn't just specifically because of where they were at JUCO.
And I'm going to disagree 100%, and it is what it is. That's why great conversations create great conversation. Disagreements create great conversation. Here, and I'll end with this. Cheers. I'll end with this, though. The Power 5 kid that I would get, they left the Power 5 for a reason. You agree?
I didn't hear you. What you say?
The Power 5 kids that go JUCO, let's just say, Alabama kid, Tank Johnson leaves Alabama, he has to go JUCO because he was either A, kicked out, for either a million different things, right? Credit card, weed, grades, whatever. Okay. He goes JUCO. Okay. That JUCO coach that person goes to, and I've had hundreds of bounce backs, D1 transferred. I've seen thousands go to a particular school. I've seen thousands go to a particular school and fell out, never get back D1. I haven't had that ever happen to me. So I do disagree with you for that simple fact. It matters who you go to, especially as a guy that needs a certain type of tutelage or academic rhetoric or environment. Or we lose thousands of kids a day, Tank, going to the wrong school, the wrong coach. I'm just telling you, and that's the part I disagree with. It matters solely, and I have yet to fail a kid.
Well, if it would have mattered
and go back Power 5,
you would have powered down. So
I have yet to have a kid leave me and not graduate and get their degree. So it matters because you see this thing every day. We hear the stories that, oh man, the coach threw him to the side. He played him. He didn't even graduate the kid. This is a huge issue in coaching. Kids leave every single day, and the coach, who I hold accountable, myself and coaches. It's your job to get the baby graduated, homie. It's your job to get this motherfucker through the process. We fail these kids at all-time high because they're a piece of meat in the meat market. And you know that as well as black men, especially in this inner city football life. They are a fucking piece of meat in the meat market. And these fucking coaches walking around here chasing a bag could give a fuck less about them. And that's just the truth. So there's a reason why I turned down 3 Division I jobs when I was younger, because JUCO is what I am. And without me, those kids fail. And that's fact.
Well, let's just end it on this, right? I wouldn't say every single one of them would have been successful or failed without you. I think there's probably a percentage in there somewhere in the middle, right? Like some kids needed a JB to be successful, right? There were some kids who absolutely needed that environment to be successful, but then there's other kids who could have went to any school they wanted to and been successful. I'm not going to throw a blanket over everything, and I don't think you should throw a blanket over it all either.
No,
there you go, Tank.
No, exactly.
With all that being said, I think Deion and Colorado are going to win 7 games.
Smitty, that's how we gonna stop it, man, because it's almost over with anyway. We at 33-25, at 33-30, so That's about the end of the video. But like I've always said, JB is just a complete hater. He thinks he's better than Deion. He thinks Deion doesn't deserve the job. And he really thinks that he put players in the league. No. You sent players to D1 and then they went to the league. That's the purpose of a junior college, for kids to go down, get their shit together, and then come back and finish the job and go where you're supposed to go. Those that don't make it, that's on them. If you do your job, then they'll be okay. So it is what it is. But anyway, man, we gonna get out of here. JB a hater, dog. And he really don't like Deion got that job. And he hate that Deion got all those people and all this love and all these people defending him. Because he can't do a show without talking about Deion. But every time you do a show and talk about Colorado, everybody see the hate. If all these people say you hating, dog, you hating. Just bite that. Own that. Live that. Stand on your truth. And it's all gravy there. But anyway, man, we going to get out of here. Appreciate y'all for watching. This video is long as hell. This is almost an hour long. But JB and them video was 33 minutes long. So between all this stopping and talking, it is what it is. But we going to get out of here, man. Y'all have a good day.